This is an hour with the Wolf Pack. Today is an overdrive session. Today's date is December 31st, 2015. And today we are here with
K-Dog,
Fano,
Mike,
Mish,
and I guess gotta bring up before we start. K-Dog's actually back. It's been like 3 episodes.
Yeah, I took a little hiatus, but Big Al filled in for me, and I thought he did a great job, and I'm going to try to be more consistent, but we're working on a few little things.
So, K-Dog, how'd it feel to be back in the pack?
Feels great. Having a few beers here. And
Poetic Justice.
yeah, it's poetic justice, but I have to say there's many guests to come in the next
I just want to let
few
everybody
months.
know. K-Dog took this podcast so seriously, he even took the trolley here.
Yeah, to get over here.
He didn't go prima donna.
Alright, but you can start off with your first topic.
Okay, I'm just going to pull a random thing that I was thinking about lately, and I think about this a lot. I don't think about it a lot, but I see it. It's just smoking, not smoking weed, but smoking cigarettes, and young people smoking cigarettes, and I see them all the time. I don't know, does anyone here smoke cigarettes?
I do.
You do?
Are you talking about like 12-year-olds or are you talking about like 15-year-olds?
20-year-olds?
Yeah, like just young, like
How
girls.
young, like
No, I'm talking
baby?
about mainly girls, like young girls in their, not young, but like 18 to 21, and just like they're smoking, and they're thinking
Have
like,
you made out with the chick that smoked?
no, I haven't.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, but I'm saying like these girls, like it screws up their skin, their fingernails, and I just like, I'll walk by, I'll be like, where was I? I was like in North Park, and there's this cute girl who worked at some store, and she's just out there smoking. You go to the bar, you see these young girls smoking. And I don't know, it's just been on my mind. Like, do you find that, when you see someone smoking, do you think they look cool? Yeah, not only that, but do you think like, oh, that chick, she looks so cool?
Nah, it's because I don't smoke cigarettes. So.
Yeah, but what about...
Oh, well, I mean...
'Cause I think it's a status.
I've personally been with a chick that smoked, so, it's not that great, you know.
No, but I'm just saying,
That's
like,
not the
I
question
think...
we said.
I don't like
When
kissing
you
girls.
see a
that-
girl smoking, does that turn you on?
It's
turn
not-
you
But
off?
Mish,
not a
how
turn
often
on.
do you smoke? Like, do you smoke every day, like a pack a day?
No, I don't smoke every day. I'll smoke like probably have like 4 or 5 in the week or something.
See, that's not, like, that's really, like...
So you're more
Well, that's like nothing
Are you
compared to,
saying
like,
more
packs a day.
Are you saying you're more disappointed? When
I'm
you
not
see, like, a hot
disappointed,
chick
I
smoke
just think
cigarette?
that it's lame that I know it's not so much, I don't think, a nicotine addiction, which I guess they do get, but I think like young...
So, what's the
No,
difference?
what I'm saying, hold on, let me
No.
finish. All I'm saying is these young, cute girls, like, I can just see it, they think they're so cool, and like, oh, it's like, maybe it's like, I'm in New York type of thing, I'm a big girl now. But it's just like, to me, it's like they're screwing up their skin. And speaking of, I saw this girl who I knew like maybe 8 years ago, and she was a like crazy cigarette smoker, and I hadn't seen her like in 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
I saw her recently, and her skin looked like, you know, she was just a crazy chain smoker, and I could see the effects of the smoke on her skin.
Hold on here.
Yeah.
Me being a health guy, if that woman is juicing and drinking a gallon of water a day and taking some supplements,
It doesn't matter. She can smoke away.
she can smoke away.
No, apparently she wasn't.
That's
So
not
all
the
I'm saying...
topic. He's saying basically it's not appealing to chicks that smoke.
Yeah, but to
And-
some people it is. And, okay, another...
But here's my argument with you: is you always think women are everything they do is like bad. So why are men not in your?
Well, okay, another thing.
here?
There's this person
That's
he
not-
knows
why do
from
you put
from
the
a
women on
previous
the
place of
pedestal?
appointment. This guy, I don't know if you
Put the
remember
women
Drew,
on the pedestal.
Punk Rock Drew.
Okay.
This guy we used to know has this band. He's like a solo folk artist, and he's like singing this song like, "Oh, I'm smoking cigarettes, and this girl matched me every cigarette I smoked." In the song, people are like, "Oh, that's such a cool lyric." But to me, I'm just like, "Okay, you guys are going back and forth matching cigarettes." I'm just like, "Okay, you're like slowly killing yourself."
They're addicts, man.
Okay, but all I'm saying is I've just noticed young, cute girls are smoking cigarettes.
So you wouldn't fuck?
But I wonder if it's
No,
really
I
the
would-
cigarette though is the issue. I mean, the core of the thing is like, why are they smoking the cigarettes? Like, where is that coming from? Is there some kind of detach that we're all trying to accomplish?
Well,
like everybody
I think
uses,
it's like a persona. I think there's that natural...
yeah, but there's a chemical effect.
Yeah, there is a
They're
chemical
getting
effect.
a biological.
So Mish, you actually smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
You
because
get a high from
it feels good. Yeah,
You
it's
get a high?
nice. Yeah,
But
get
then-
Well,
it.
what kind of... Do you smoke like...
American spirits.
so those are supposed to be the more
Well,
They-
yeah,
less-
but there's
they've
still like
got-
but
they
yeah.
still.
Marlboro and all that stuff.
I used
Marlboro
to when I
Reds.
was younger. Yeah,
Was it
I did
sweeter?
Marlboro Reds.
I
No,
smoked
they were
Marlboro
harsh,
Reds in
and
high
would make
school.
those would make you high. Like
Oh,
all the
what?
shit that was in those things, you'd be like, whoa.
So I guess the question is,
Really?
why did you start smoking cigarettes?
Like,
I
how
was
long?
Like,
Like-
I was
Like,
like
what's your
partying
reason?
and drinking, and like when you drink and smoke cigarettes, like it kind of elevates.
So the
like,
first day you
the
smoked a
feeling.
cigarette, you were drinking?
Yeah, let's
No,
hear
the first time I smoked a cigarette, I was a real little kid, and I was like,
How
"Oh,
old were
cigarette too." Like 6 or 5 or something.
What?
Have you
I
guys ever
smoked the
smoked
whole
a
thing.
cigarette?
I like took a
I
puff
smoked
off
one.
of it, and it
You
was,
stole one?
my mom used to have a pack in the freezer.
So did you smoke because your mom smoked cigarettes?
Well,
Wait,
she was
when she was there.
well, yeah, she was there.
She
and
saw
she
you
had
smoke?
the pack was in the.
Well, no, because my thing, like people smoke, it's all has to do with your parents. But like you're saying already,
Well, yeah,
Why
maybe,
does it
yeah.
have to do
Part
with
of,
your
I bet a
parents?
part of
Because
it
you get
is that it's okay because
you get
they.
you get
she
brainwashed
smoked,
when you're
yeah.
a child to basically take.
Yeah,
on
but I'm
bad
sure there's
behavior.
non-smokers. How
Bad
come Russ
behavior.
smokes?
Why is
right?
that? Why is that? Why is that a bad
our
behavior?
mother and our father smoke?
Oh, really? I didn't know.
But Russ got into smoking because his ex-girlfriend smoked.
Believe it or not, when I was like 16, I was like a pothead, like sophomore, junior year, and I would smoke. I would smoke.
Pothead's considered smoking like once a week.
No,
dog.
no. I would smoke before school, after school, sometimes
Before
during
school?
school. Yeah.
Fuck, you're a rebel, dog.
No, I was a big little stoner in
You smoked
Well, I was a little
before
dude.
class.
before we would get high.
Okay.
Before English class, my cousin would pick me up, and we would hotbox her like little Camry. And I would go in there baked, smelling like it, and these kids would try to narc on me. And then the teacher, I remember my English teacher in sophomore year was like, whatever you guys do outside of class, that's your business. Like, so she didn't even like... But anyway, I started smoking Marlboro Reds, too. And,
Guard.
you know. So, my whole thing, I'm just pointing out, I don't think girls smoking is attractive. I don't think they look cool. But in their minds, they think they're cool. But
if they're young, then you thought you were cool. I mean, cool.
no, I'm
young,
talking about
so-
girls even like 20 to 30. I'm not talking about high school chicks. I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying. What do you see when you see a girl?
I told you I don't date chicks that smoke cigarettes.
Even if she was
Gross.
super hot.
Shit's gross. No, dude. Because her pussy smells like a fucking
Yeah.
Marlboro cigarette.
With their skin, it fucks their skin up.
Well, you think
this,
it's fuck? Yeah, you think it's
like
fuck
this
your
chick I
vagina
knew, I hadn't
smells
seen her in
like.
7 years, and her skin was visibly like, not like meth skin, but it was like messed
Well,
up.
I noticed when people take shits in my house, the ones that smoke cigarettes, their
Oh,
shit
yeah.
smells like cigarettes.
No
So,
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I had. I would never have
Yeah.
thought that. Why? Because
Well,
it just
if you
it
really-
goes into the stomach
If
and.
you eat really bad,
Well, it's
how
just
you
like
detoxing
in
it?
their system.
It's
the
in
whole
your
time,
system,
yeah.
and it's
Especially
That
if you
sounds
eat
so
packs a
fucking
day,
gross.
packs a day,
well, what do you
like,
think if you eat going to California burrito? You're gonna poop out that California
Oh
burrito.
my
It's gonna
God.
stink.
I know
like
if you
it.
eat enough California
That's
burritos, you'll
so
smell
fucking
like
gross.
it.
I've never-
Exactly. I ate one. I smell like one, and it takes like a day to get out.
Oh my god.
But if you eat healthy, then you'll smell good. The only reason you stink is because you're eating chemical food.
You know, I'm gonna not to sound gross. The time in my life when my shit was, I don't want to say the best smelling, but was when I was a vegetarian for 5 years, and I ate a shit ton of veggies, and you know, like when you eat like fucking red meat and shit, that fucks your shit up.
Yeah, it smells bad.
Yeah.
Boy, you're smelling like dead meat, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
Rotted-
raw meat
rotted
smells
meat.
like.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
So yeah, I just
Pretty
wanted to hit
gross.
on that. If you want to,
So, all right, yeah, I got
just
this
smoking, young girl smoking's lame.
So my thing, I'll bring up how people are obsessed with credit cards. But the big thing now is people are paying with their
More
smart-
so than 5 years ago, or
Yeah, but because now they're paying
because
with,
the back the economy's getting better.
No, but there's just people who I think are lazy and just
Yeah.
can't think.
But do you
anymore.
remember when like they were?
But-
Oh, sorry.
No. But my thing about what I'm trying to say about this is now you can pay with your iPhone. So I don't know if you know about that, but now people are
Yeah.
basically paying with their phones.
Mhm.
And so my thing is, one, people don't understand that going cashless is pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's bad enough. But then if you go, how they went through like the credit card, now all their shit's on their phone. So it's like now they're taking away even the plastic
You
credit cards.
won't have to carry a wallet anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so-
like
You'll
it.
just have your phone.
I
and
like the
keys.
Apple.
But my thing is basically,
I just go like this.
Yeah, everyone's doing
it's
everything.
making everyone like
Like at
super.
Target and
everywhere. I just go
Sprouts
bing,
and
Yeah, it's just basically making people
bing, and then it
very
tells me.
lazy.
I can go look on my
I'm still trying to
app.
explain what I'm talking
My
about.
app,
Shut
though.
up, shut
that's
up.
awesome.
So I just basically saying like it's just making people lazy and they don't want to think and no one wants to write a check, no one wants to pay a cash. No one really basically. I just hate it. So I just want to know like, have you noticed it or what's your opinion on
Credit cards in general?
credit cards and going super cashless.
Oh,
Well, my dad like really installed. He told me to like don't mess too much with credit cards. He's pretty good with that.
What is he doing over there?
But I have a sister who really got screwed up with credit cards. But I don't know. But did you notice though when the economy got really bad, they stopped handing out like credit cards and shit and offering credit cards. But now I think because it's somewhat on the up, like.
Well, no, they're trying to keep you completely out of.
Did you have like a Costco credit card?
No, do I have credit cards?
No, I know you do, but do you have a Costco one?
Yeah, but no, why?
Me too.
Just wondering. Because that's a common one, you know? A lot of people
No,
have
I mean, I used the...
I'm not a Costco member. So.
No, I mean, like, I use... No, I'm not saying, like, using your credit card when you're doing your day-to-day stuff. Like, that's cool, but you should always have cash on you. I understand that people that basically are completely like, I don't want to use cash anymore. I don't want to write checks anymore. Like, everyone wants to pay through, like,
no one really
PayPal.
uses checks anymore.
Well, I don't know.
I have.
That's cool.
Well, you gotta write checks for some things. Like, I pay my taxes with a check. You know, you can't.
Yeah, but I'm
say
just saying,
sure,
like, back in the
right?
day
Yeah.
at the grocery store, you'd see, like, people writing checks more. Now someone does this, like, oh, they're right. It stands out, but...
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does.
But I don't know. I just don't really like it. So, but I'm just saying, like, are you getting
Yeah,
upset? Or
I
you just
agree.
don't
I'm
give
not
a shit?
really getting upset. I'm just like,
You just don't care anymore.
yeah.
I think
No,
it's a
money's
cool,
just
it's a
that
great
one.
innovation, but it is if it goes too much into the extreme of those types of commerce, we're gonna continue to go down a shithole and
But
and money's not gonna have. Money will be so fictitious. I mean, it's fictitious as much as it is right now, and we're pushing it to greater limits of
I know, but to have
you know,
everything on your phone.
empty, meaningless.
I mean, come
money.
on, man. Like, see, if you had everything on your phone was like, because what's
you
turned.
could do your job on your phone.
I know, but you know what's turned
Everything.
into is going from your phone and they're gonna put it inside of your body. So basically,
Yeah,
you're gonna
it's gonna be-
access all your information in a microchip.
Yeah, like the fucking new
in your hand.
what was it called? Not Terminator, but
What, New Terminator? Genesis?
no, no, and it was another remake. No, it's not. Was that
Total
was a
Recall?
remake, but Total Recall, yes.
Yeah. Total Recall.
Because they have that implant in the hand.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Shit.
saying, man. It's like, I don't know. I just think people don't realize, because my other subtopic too is like, people don't get what it really means to go that route in society. And people are just like, for me, since I have to deal with like random people and shit all the time, it's like I see it that people just like, they don't care. They don't care what's going on.
So you're saying you want cash payments?
Yeah.
Cash
we all
money.
use cash.
Everyone
Oh,
should use
yeah,
cash
man.
or
It's
trade
fucking hell shit.
items.
But the rationale, I guess, is like cash
But
you
you
can
see,
lose.
that piece I think is like only accomplished through allowing a diversity of paradigms to live in. You can't. I think you could do that. And
Well, have the options,
Try
but
to
people.
force this current capitalistic economy to encompass this new.
Yeah, but
That's
people.
not new. Going. It's going.
But what I'm trying to say, man, is 90% of the people are basically 100% almost, are all just basically accepting this cashless. I'm paying with my phone now. And it's
Oh,
cool.
I know. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Without thinking about
What?
anything else.
But the I
Am
mean,
I
if
on?
that,
Yeah.
I mean, regardless if that system
happy
fails,
fucking New Year.
that using
Fano,
a common currency and trade, you can definitely.
You go with your topic. Your beer's overflowing again.
Yeah, again, I don't know. Like he's fucking overflowing every time I drink it. All right, let's talk about it. I went to Ballast Point this week, and
Which recently got sold for like $1 billion.
that's not. Yeah, I mean that's just.
Besides the point.
They're just getting more capital to build a facility so they can go West Coast.
But I thought they sold it all
Or
over
East,
to that
East
major,
Coast. No, they don't. They're still running it. They bought a stake in the company.
like 99%.
No.
Yeah, right. 98%, something like that.
And
Oh, but that's not my thing. My thing is,
Yeah, go on, dude.
I want
You're really messing this up.
I got a lot of
What?
Go. Finish it.
No, just well, we have a lot of breweries in San Diego, so you know, what is your favorite craft beer place? How many have you been to? And then your worst and your best breweries. You know.
Okay, I'm not that big of a beer, like what are those super craft beer fans? But I mean, I'll drink it. It tastes good, but I do like Ballast Point, the Little Italy one. I have noticed that the market's getting saturated. That like there's so many of them, and I can only assume that some are way better than the others. But even in the suburbs, you go to like random places, and they've got these microbreweries now, which is cool. There's this whole economy in San Diego.
So how many have you been to?
Like, I have been to Blind Lady. Like, I probably want to say like I've been to Stone Brewery, I'm gonna say 8, 9 tops.
What's your favorite beer at the craft beer place?
Well, I like the Ballast Point, the Big Eye, and like all that shit, Big Mouth or what. I don't know Ballast Point.
Big Mouth beer?
Yeah.
I don't think I have that one.
I think it's Big Eye.
Yeah, Big Eye.
Something like that.
Big Mouth, yeah.
And your worst?
I never really was big into Arrogant Bastard. It gets you screwed
Yeah,
up.
it's
But
gross.
yeah, people
Same.
love that. I don't like those beers that are really. They taste like you're drinking like a loaf of bread. They're like super fucking dense and heavy, and some people love
Right.
that shit.
Liquid
How
rye.
do you feel about customer service at this place?
They've all been good. Ballast Point was good. Stone, I remember, just was like food was like way overpriced, and I don't know. It's weird. There's like beer fans, just like there's like freaking like MMA fans or like comic book fans. There's like beer fans, craft beer fans. Like, and that's like their whole deal.
AKA
I'm not going to say that's better than anything else or worse, but it's just
Beer schnapps.
yeah. There's just like beer people. Like, there's people like, oh, I'm gonna have a 12-pack. I'm drinking. But there's people who, like, they get down to the science and like the flavor of like it's
Brewing
wine.
their own beer. And
Yeah, their home kit. I mean,
That'd
that's
be
cool.
fun though, man.
I had a coworker that did that, and he sold me some of his beer. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But you do the math, and it's just cost, which doesn't make any sense. Why does it cost the same amount to buy a beer at the store and to make it?
What?
Yeah,
Really?
literally,
I thought
it's
it was
about
way
the same.
cheaper. I thought it was
No.
like $20.
What,
to get
you're
five
talking about
shots.
after all of the-
initial investment?
After
you have
all
to
the-
do?
Oh, right.
ingredients
but
and
then
shit.
forever on after that, it's like it's significantly cheaper. Right?
No, not really.
How much are the ingredients? Like $20 to make 5 gallons, right? $20 of
Alcohol.
barley hash. Or not, I'm sorry, barley and hash.
There's probably some
Put
hash
both
beer.
beers in there. Hell yeah. Well, the marijuana plant is same family of the barley, not the barley, but the hops. Same family. You can splice those plants together. It's pretty cool.
Well, they probably did it.
Yeah, might as well. Fuck, why not?
Okay, so let's go to Mish. Mish, your favorite? Okay, your least favorite craft beer
Oh,
place.
Stone, least. Well,
It's
I really
overrated.
liked the brewery was really cool. Like, it was a nice place. They got really neat features, really pretty place. The food was okay. It was alright. But the beer, like, I like the lighter stuff, but I'm just, but their Arrogant Bastards is nasty.
Is it because their logo's a
nasty.
devil?
Does it bother me, or?
Yeah. Or how do you feel about that? Their
I
logo's demons.
never really think
Is he
about
a
it.
super-
It's some
I think
different.
if you're only a super Christian.
It's
If you're
some-
super Christian, it would probably bother you.
It's their product. It's their, what do you call it? What do you call that?
So customer service good?
Yeah, it was good. I was at the bar, so, and then I've been to I really like San Marcos. They've got the California Brewing Company, and they've got like Pompous Ass, and they've got a Hefeweizen, and they've got a bunch of other ones. The Pompous Ass is like
What's
their
this one called again?
California Brewing Company. And
Which
they've
is
got
in San Marcos?
good beer, bar food, like really good bar food. And they got burgers and salads and shit.
So that's your least favorite or favorite?
That's my favorite, yeah.
Favorite?
It's in San Marcos. Yeah.
What's your favorite beer there?
They have a really good Hefeweizen. I think it's like banana or something. It's really good. It's delicious. And then there's this other one in Claremont that I went to. I think it was called the Pacific Coast Brewing Company or something like that.
There's
That
Green
was
Flash
really good
right?
too.
Have you been to Green Flash?
I've never been to Green Flash or
Mhm.
Modern Times, or I've been to a lot of those. I've
So you've been to what, like
a few,
5 or
like
6?
Yeah, maybe about 5 or 6.
What about yourself?
I would have to say Stone. I don't really like Stone beer, and I don't like the customer service at Stone either. But I would have to.
Belgian
But you
beer.
only been to one.
But I would say
one
Mike-
Stone. You didn't
I'll-
go to the main one, so you don't know what you're
No, I've
talking
been to
about.
the main one.
You went to the main one.
No, I've been.
The
yeah.
main one's in Escondido.
The main one?
Yeah.
Oh, the main Stone. You went to
The
it?
main one's in
We
Escondido.
went there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, didn't we?
We
no,
went to the
no.
casino with Phil.
And?
We went
I
there.
didn't think it was that bad.
I don't like their beer, and you know,
Okay, but you said the customer service
at the
sucked all
South
over.
Park one was horrible.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say it. I would say, and then also Mike Hess. I don't like their beer, and then the whole place is not air conditioned, so it's extremely hot in there. And then I don't understand too is a lot of these craft places. It's like you make the beer there, you distribute the beer there. Why does it cost more than a Budweiser? It should be cheaper,
Right.
and it's less processed.
Yeah.
But it costs like 4 times as much, which I don't understand.
Yeah.
They're just trying to gouge you.
Because
That's
they
fucking
can.
capitalism, man. That's why.
And they
it's
know
fucking
people
ridiculous.
will pay it. It's just
Bullshit.
marketing. They know.
But that's why they sell
Yeah.
like.
It's just unfortunate, but here's the whole thing: is like the growler thing. I'm upset about now because the 6-pack is almost the same price as a growler, and it doesn't make sense when you buy the bottle. All you're buying is the beer out of the keg, so it should be at
A lower price.
a
Well-
wholesaler price.
Right. It should be.
So
Well, it is cheaper though, isn't it? Or
no,
not?
it's just out the same. It's less than a 6-pack if you get like a liter growler.
Wow.
Then maybe you shouldn't support them then. Stop going to the breweries. And
No, I just you can't
Buying
get
all the
growler.
craft beer that
Yeah.
tastes all the same.
I'm not really drinking that.
That's the
much
thing.
beer
You
anymore.
know,
But
it's
in
all the
California,
same.
It all tastes
in California,
the same.
you're
Alright, you want
allowed.
to ask me? I'll let you know. since
You allowed
you
to
fucking.
Well, I want to throw some in California. A lot
Wait,
of
Stefan didn't go over his breweries and his favorite
No, because
beers.
Mike's still answering.
I haven't went. I haven't still went. I was my
Oh, that's
favorite.
right. That's right. You're not
My
done.
favorite beer, I have to say, was like a couple weeks ago at Ballast Point. It was like
Yes, that's a good one too.
yeah, Ballast Point is probably the best. I think.
I
What
like
did
the
you get?
Yellowtail.
What did you get? What
Oh
was it?
man,
You forgot it was the best beer, and you forgot what it
The
was.
No,
grapefruit one. Remember you
no,
were
no,
telling me
no,
about
no,
that?
no. It was cherry tart, sculpted, and it was like it was like amazing.
Just a big old GMO fest.
It was amazingly good beer.
Basically drank synthetics.
Oh yeah, whatever, but you know, go fuck yourself. But you know,
So what's the last part of your topic to ask you about?
then probably been over 20.
20
breweries.
local breweries.
Yeah, in
Really?
the
I
county.
think I've been to.
You think? Can you name them?
He likes
can
to
you,
go. He likes to go on his.
can you
on
at
his
least name
lonesome.
10? Because I'm calling
On Spare
bullshit
Town.
on your answer.
It has to be at least 10.
Really? I
Yeah.
might have been to like 3.
Oh, and we've been to way more together, bro.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you guys just mainly went to like Ballast Point.
We went to Ballast Point. We went to Coronado Brewery.
Oh, you know there's a
We've been
bar.
to
You know there's a.
Stone. We've been to. Hold on. I'm gonna name them all out.
Yeah,
because-
go ahead, because I'll count barely 10.
okay,
You only
and then-
get 3.
Hold on, I got 3, and we got what's that bottle? That right there. What's that one say?
Dos Equis.
no.
Sullivan's.
Sullivan's. We've been to Sullivan's,
Oh, Sullivan.
and then man, we've been to like a couple over in Escondido
So
there. By
the real
Ballast
answer
Point.
is you basically only went to about 10 maybe tops. That's not fucking 20.
There's
You're
a. You know there's one in Barrio Logan.
yeah,
now?
you might have tried.
No,
enough breweries to say
Modern Times.
Still nowhere near 10.
Tiger or whatever.
Tiger, I've been there. I had their beer.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Great
No,
White,
no, no.
You guys go to the Hillcrest Brewery yet?
Rip
No,
Tiger.
I didn't even know there was one.
Rip
Is
Oh,
Tide.
there?
yeah.
You know there's gonna
Where,
be a
like
North.
in-
Right by
The
the
movie theater?
Alibi.
No, there's
Oh.
there's gonna be a North Park Brewery. soon.
Dude, there's a Barrio Logan one, like on Barrio Logan.
Yeah, well, the
Mike Hess been to that one.
The point
And
is,
the Thorn
there's
Street.
too
I didn't know
many-
you were this big of a
There's-
brewery,
there's-
dude. Like I thought.
Can I explain this? There's too
I
many,
invite you every time. You never want to
too
come.
many local breweries. If we're in a drought,
We
why
went-
is everyone serving
We went
beer?
to that place.
KPBS
in,
did a program on it, and there's over 250 microbreweries in San Diego.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
are they
So-
stopping
A lot of ways,
production of beer? No.
No, they have no.
In
San Diego
regulation?
has a whole culture around the microbreweries. Like they're
Okay,
just
but we're
like,
in a drought, sir. Good sir.
I know.
So why
well,
are we
beer.
producing
Like,
some?
are we?
You
Is
can't-
beer
can I
really
ask
consumed that
another
much water?
question
Wait,
about
The
this
drought's
thing?
bullshit.
Does beer really affect the water consumption by that much? Like brewing beer, like
Does me watering my lawn
compared
really
to
affect the god?
right?
How
Exactly. To
how
agriculture
you
or
Somebody look it
the
up on
farming
the phone.
industry.
How
Farming
much-
industry. Beer.
What?
Well, microbreweries.
But you know what? The other big thing is think about how much soda is made through like all
Well,
fast
yeah,
food
we're not,
changes.
that's soda, dude. That's like
I'm
It's
saying
juice.
if I can't
microbreweries
water
is
my
on
juice
another
fucking
level of
plant-
consumption.
No,
Soda's
see,
juice?
No, it's not. It's not on
Juice.
another level of
What?
consumption.
All the
What?
juice
Compared
has
to
water in
soda?
it, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Microbreweries. We're talking about microbreweries, like the volume
no,
of consumption
my whole
compared
point
to soda.
about it was saying that if there's a drought, they shouldn't be able to produce fucking alcohol and soda in California. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, but
If I can't
that's
water my fucking lawn,
that a
that's some
topic?
bullshit.
Dude, the beef industry takes
Okay,
way more
but
water than
who are
any
they
of that
taxing?
shit.
Who are they taxing? Homeowners that want to go water their gardens.
I know it's bullshit,
So-
Yeah.
but it's not beer or soda. It's fucking the
Well, I'm
beef
just
industry.
saying, if they want to say I can't water my shit, then maybe they should go tax the beer people.
It's
they
highly.
should tax the fucking
And
the
soda
meat
people.
industry.
Yeah,
is
but they're
who
not
should
going to
really
tax. Didn't you watch the thing? They're not
Oh,
going to
so,
do it.
yeah, but then they're
We're talking about beer.
yeah,
that's my
but
whole
your
point.
opinion is that they should, but you're saying that you're going to go after the beer people, but your opinion is that
No,
you
no,
really
no,
should go
all
after
those
the
people.
real people who
He's
are
just
I'm just
making
saying,
it
since we're
aware.
talking
He's
about
just making
beer,
it aware
then I'm
that
saying that
beer.
they should fucking tax the beer
yeah, a lot of
people.
stuff.
I know, but
Now,
if you
if I about farming and
But if you bring in
animals,
the
that's
if you bring in
stop
the water and if you bring in the water consumption subject, then you have to talk about the agriculture
Yeah, but it's a
and,
whole
and the
nother
beef
story,
industry.
man. That's like
yeah,
a
but
whole
that's
other
but
thing
you,
I've talked
just
about.
but you
What's,
just brought up
uh,
water consumption.
What's your
so-
topic, Mish?
No, I didn't get the fucking shit.
I didn't think you did the beer. What's his favorite
Ah,
beer?
yeah,
What's
wait.
the brewery?
So you have to ask
you
me
went to?
question by question.
Okay,
Jesus.
your
go
worst
ahead.
You gotta go.
beer.
Worst beer. That's the
craft
first
beer.
question.
Your worst craft beer
Worst
spot.
craft beer. That's the first question.
Yeah, your worst craft beer spot.
By
that
what?
you-
Say it again
You
one
know?
more time. What's the question?
Your craft brewing company where you want, your least one favorite.
What the fuck did you just ask me? Who?
Your
what?
favorite?
The,
your
the
least?
brewing. What's your
favorite.
favorite brewing company?
Okay, what's my favorite brewing company?
No, your
none of
least-
them. Because
And
they all
then-
suck. Because I went to a bunch of them and I drank from a bunch of them, and they all fucking taste the same. And on top of that, I got really mad because I kind of like that grapefruit sculptin. That I actually read the bottle and it said grapefruit flavoring. If you know what that is,
Extract.
Oh my
Like-
god.
that's just straight motherfucking chemical. And I got really
So there's
pissed
not
off.
an ounce.
There's
of
no real, no, it's
grapefruit?
not real grapefruit at all. It's just fucking synthetic grapefruit. So fuck 'em.
Made in a lab. Just
No, if you have to ask me, do I like him? No, fuck him.
What about that ginger one you had?
What? That tastes like shit, dude. That was fucking Blue Moon. That was super GMO.
No, you had that one at Ballast Point. That was ginger.
I'm just saying,
and
man.
That's
rosemary.
why I got super sick when I was on my trip, and I drank I hadn't drinking alcohol or beer for like months, and then I had like 5 or 6 Blue Moons, and
Oh,
I got
Yeah,
sick
Blue
and
Moon's good
puked,
GMO.
and then right after I puked, I was fine.
All right, if you want to say like,
That's
what's
good.
the best? This is one at Sprouts you can buy. I think it's local in California. It's called Eel River, and they're organic.
Eel River.
Eel.
No, it's L River. L River.
L-A-L-E or
No, it's
E?
No,
E-E-L.
E-E-L.
E-
E-L, man.
E-E-L.
L-E-L.
Eel, like the water eel.
Yeah, and so basically though, it's organic. I can drink that shit. That shit tastes good. I mean, I guess you say that as far as like a local brand is pretty good. But what's your other question?
Okay, then your favorite brewery.
What was that?
Don't
one?
have one. I told you I got.
Oh, your worst. Your
I
worst,
went to them.
I guess your worst brewery is all of them.
If I had to pick out of the ones I went to, probably. Yeah, I'd say probably Stone. I mean, I don't know. No, you know what? That Coronado one. Not the Coronado one. It was, fuck, what was that one? No, what was it? Coronado?
Thorn.
Thorn?
Mike Hess.
You know, I didn't like that one, too. The one on Thorn Street. That one sucked. And like some
Mike
fucking
Cass.
Oh, I know.
fat, like drunk guys start being an asshole to me. Everyone has their fucking nasty ass dogs in there.
Remember that guy tried to come? This guy came up
And
and hit
basically
on
like some
us.
like gay guy. Cause Mike, I said let's go sit at a table. Mike wants to fucking stand in the corner.
There was no spot to
and,
sit at.
and this fucking gay dude like comes up and like talks to us. I'm just like, man, this is ridiculous. It's all because Mike didn't want to go sit at a fucking table.
There was no tables.
Go stand by somewhere.
Why didn't you fucking go do it?
It's
Shit,
just like-
you're like a goddamn woman complaining.
No,
all the
man,
time.
I'm just
Never
saying,
taking
I'd
any
rather
fucking
go over
leadership
there. And
shit.
you're like, no, dude, let's sit in this corner.
Literally,
by
that's not what
ourselves.
fucking happened. There was no fucking where to sit.
There was a place to
No,
go.
where? Because why didn't you go get it then?
Because I asked you, I was like, let's go sit by a table.
There
like,
you
no,
go, that's
man,
your fucking
let's just
problem.
stand over here and drink.
That's
I
your
was like,
fucking
whatever,
problem because
dude.
you didn't fucking really want to
Nah.
do
I
it.
followed Mike. And
No, it's just like, I trust you, then some gay guy tries
What?
to
It's
hit
like
on
you
me.
never been hit on by a gay guy in your whole fucking
Nah,
life.
dude, I just knew it was going to happen.
Like, what's the big deal? You got hit on by a gay
Anyways,
guy.
I don't like
What's
that
the
brewery.
big deal with
They had a
that?
fat guy who's being an asshole, fuck you, when you try and order beer from him.
Yeah, that's the worst. Here's the one thing I don't like about fucking all these lot of places. If you're a fucking bartender and you don't know the fucking person, don't give shit to them. Like, what the fuck? It's like,
Yeah, but they just had like a snobby attitude about
yeah,
like,
just be
oh, I
like,
work at a
hey,
craft
how's it going, guys?
beer place.
What do you need?
They're just
You know?
like snobs, like be like a local bar that's, you know, like those, what are those bar people, like Cheers? Like, you go
Cheers,
there,
everyone knew your name at
yeah,
Cheers.
but
Like,
not if you're an outsider. Remember those episodes?
Yeah.
Some random
what was
guy
it? It was
came in,
who were the guys? There was the mailman and the Sam was.
5 alcoholics.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was funny. They were just a
Woody
five.
Harrelson was in that shit too.
Yeah, he was the bar back or the yeah.
And then what was that guy's name? Who was
Sam.
Like, what did he do there? He was the
He was
manager.
the manager,
And then
and
the
he owned
owner,
it at one
And then
point.
the owner was that one chick.
Chick,
right?
yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing? Have you seen the whole
Every episode.
Yeah.
No, I just remember being a kid and
Norm,
watching.
right? Norm.
Norm, yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
Norm?
Who was Norm? There was the mailman and the dude
Look
with
up
the
the
staff.
characters.
Norm was the fat dude, wasn't he?
What did he do?
Which one?
He's the alcoholic guy.
Which
That's always
one?
at the
Which-
table.
There's two that came in every
Oh, I
day.
wanna look
right?
at the
They
characters.
sat at the same corner of the
Was
bar.
that the last question?
How many
Your
seasons is
question?
that? I'm gonna look the show up.
Well, you answered it with the other ones.
All right.
So on to Mish, right?
Yeah, Misha, sure.
Oh, my turn?
It's on your. You got the
Uh,
golden mic.
how do you think virtual reality is going to change our lives in the future?
You know, I think it's going to be mind-blowing craziness.
Yeah, I think it'll be super.
It's
awesome.
gonna hurt your
Is
head.
there's been people that have they've done studies with it, and people have said that it's like what's it called?
Now,
like
just-
a god experience,
just
or like
visual-
like a
visual-
supernatural
hold on.
experience.
Just visual 3D or actual
like
where
no,
you're
just
in
with
a
the
simulator.
VR. It's just with the VR goggles. Like they've had just like
I don't know. That's kind of
those
stupid.
are
I don't think it's
they're
that
not-
great.
Dude, those are super awesome.
Your
If you have a
dad,
really
your
good
dad
screen-
showed me for Christmas.
I know, but it's just with the cell phone. But if you have a good screen and you've got good goggles and you've got good headphones and
So, what are
shit,
you saying? You want to be jacked up to virtual reality then?
I definitely want to explore virtual reality. I think that should be
So, if the sex
fun.
is better in virtual reality, will you get stuck on that then?
I
If
probably
sex
would.
is better than virtual reality. I
Yeah.
probably would. Yeah, I'd still do both, but I'd definitely.
But what you're
Yeah.
saying in
You're
our life,
taking masturbation to like another level, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where it's going to go, though, because there's no that whole thing where they have all the avatars that
Yeah.
basically.
I think
people are
anything could be
addicted to
taken
that.
to like an extreme. You can take anything to extreme.
All right, but
I'm
you know
like-
what? My whole thing is that virtual reality is going to go ape shit, but I think at that point you'll realize that you're in the virtual reality.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Like if
I got a
Well,
side topic.
It's
because
to
they
that.
can-
You're gonna like come in that borderline where you're like,
I got a
oh,
side
this
topic to
virtual
this.
reality.
well,
was
where you
so
take
much
the
like
goggles
this.
off and you're like,
And you
you're
don't
like
even know.
reaching
No,
into
here,
it.
but-
This is this.
I can't wait for the virtual reality where you're in it, you're injected in, and you feel it too.
Like there's an implant in your body.
No,
Like the
like
Matrix?
Inception.
I know how-
Inception.
How did they do that?
Where you're like you're in a dream world. You're
Right.
doing whatever.
But they connect you to
Is that
something, right? They're
Nah,
like.
you went like asleep, man.
I know, but
I'm
they
sure
hook
it's
you up
like
to they have that
Like, I
machine.
can
and they have
see
like that
if you cast
suitcase
the show
machine
having
and
Al.
shit. So you're hooked up, you know. But that would be super.
I don't
fun,
think I
dude.
would want to
That'd be
leave
super
there.
fun. It'd be
Why
like
would you
taking.
want to leave that?
You'd be like living lucid dreams like in like the movies.
Don't you already do
or
that
video
enough
games?
though? When you go to sleep, you
We're
go
just-
through your dream at
Well,
night.
yeah, if you can-
You wake up. Don't you wake up and you think like, man, like this is kind of like a video game. I can literally go do whatever the fuck I want.
No, you can't.
But,
You can't.
but are you gonna? But like being in that mindset all the time.
That's the
everything
whole point
fluctuates.
of
But this is just,
religion and the Buddha and all that shit is to get into that state of mind to believe you can do whatever you want.
Damn, that balance.
That's the whole thing.
You know what? There's people around that think that way. You see them around. Like I saw this guy with his wife. They were picking up trash in Seaport Village there,
Mhm.
and they have these dogs that are all dressed up in dog clothes.
That's crazy.
And one of the dogs is so lazy, it has its own little like, what's that thing called? You like put kids.
Stroller.
Yeah, stroller.
Yeah, so those people are crazy, but the thing is yeah, this is you can do whatever you want in this reality if you really
There's
want
a lot
to.
of weird ones. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I've seen some weird
Theoretically,
shit
you can
downtown.
do a lot of shit. I mean, maybe you can't go to the moon. Like, I mean, you can do that,
You can.
but
it's
in a virtual
possible.
reality, you might be able to do that or whatever. But
You absolutely could experience that
But
on some level.
I
And it
think-
could get to that extreme of like being tapped in and having a
Like The
full-fledged
Matrix, man.
sensational experience.
You know what? Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
It would be. Hell yeah, dude.
Be tapped in.
Imagine watching fucking your favorite movie while you're like kicking it next to, like in Aliens or something. You're like in there kicking it with the people, like they're firing down on the aliens and shit. It'd be
Well,
so
I'm
crazy.
really it's like gonna be like the Matrix, where you're
Oh,
so
you're
you're so dragged
Matrix.
in that you die in the Matrix.
Well, it would be like a gaming experience. You could just live in the play the Matrix experience and just like fly around and.
Well,
fucking-
I just think that's
But are
really
you
good
really
for
just
like,
talking about the
like
whole
space?
cell phone 3D thing coming out? Because
well,
I was
yeah,
on
but
that
what's the
reality. Yeah,
future of
got that.
it? What's like the
they're gonna go full
future
on
of it.
virtual reality. They're gonna
Yeah,
jack you
yeah,
into
yeah.
like a machine.
But I don't know. I guess what's your fantasy? Like, I think that would just be so fun. Like to play games.
It would all be like for
to
me,
play
chicks.
to
and
play Assassin's Creed in Assassin's Creed, running around. That'd be.
Ah,
I mean, getting
I
killed.
think
would
you
be
would
fucking
be like
crazy.
Let me
Emperor.
explain this as a
What?
gamer then.
you'd be like an emperor in your little fucking.
in my world,
Yeah.
Let
no,
me
fuck.
explain
Like
this
your
as
concubine and
as
like going
playing-
around pillaging.
a game that
No.
raises your
I just
blood
do some
pressure.
crazy water
You can
shit.
see people.
I
doing
do some
that.
crazy wave
Game,
water
you see
shit.
like a Game to Throne.
Alright,
thing
No, I
going.
do
Some
water
people will be
shit.
yeah, let me
jumping
bring
like
this
that.
up. So I play a game where I stopped playing, but I play a game that you get so intense into it.
Wow.
Like, no, it's called League of Legends, but you get so into it in these
You
battles.
lose yourself
No, that your heart rate goes up. Like you feel like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like having like heart attacks and shit.
because
When
you
you're
feel you're
gonna lose,
actually
it's-
there.
When
No,
you're
it's
gonna
just
lose,
so
Because you're
intense.
excited.
It's so intense.
You're so
But
excited.
the thing is, I used to trip out because I thought it was only that I experienced it. But when shit was going down, people will type in like, "Dude, I was like, I almost had an art." Like people are actually experiencing it. So if you think like this is just a game on the computer, but if you put that in a 3D realm and you're actually engulfed into it,
Yeah.
you must actually freak your body out so much you might could kill yourself.
I know people would probably have to get an assessment before they could even buy.
They
the
already got
contraption.
warnings on your PlayStation games.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
you
right.
get
They just put a
seizures and all
warning on
sorts
it.
of
That's
shit.
true. They just
But
put
what
a
I'm
warning
trying
on
to
it.
say is like, nah, dude, it's gonna.
It
fucking
could.
kill
It could
people.
definitely kill a bunch of people in the beginning.
It will. You just
They'd
have
be
to
like,
play.
"Whoa, we gotta regulate this shit." Whoa.
Yeah, little kids are gonna start dying, but they don't care. They'll still make money.
Yeah, they won't care.
But yeah, it's gonna go there, man, because they're gonna have to upgrade their systems.
Yeah. But there could be. I think everything occurs on a spectrum. And there could be a really awesome piece of it. There would be like really amazing.
I mean, it's
stuff.
gonna happen. I
Okay,
can't say like, it's
Maybe
not
they
gonna
can
happen.
even
Talk-
tap into your brain and allow people
Talking
who
about the
can't
future
see
here.
to see. They'll
Talking about the
Yeah,
future
like
here.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
search
they
that
already-
Final
they already
Cut.
do that,
Have you
right?
seen
They
that
already
movie
do
with
that, yeah.
Robin Williams, Final Cut?
What was that one?
the
Where it's like that
photographer?
editor.
Yeah.
No,
Cut
you-
I saw.
movies.
No, you're
I
talking
don't know what's that
about
whole
20
thing.
hour per hour photo. 1
No,
hour
there's
photo.
this other
Another one.
No, it's
Oh,
like
1 hour.
no, it's
That
where
was-
people like have implants of their memory, and then he
Oh,
goes in there
right,
once
yeah.
they die, and he like edits their whole lives so then they
Right.
have the funeral.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you get to like see what the version.
That sounds familiar.
The happy.
the version of the
Yeah.
happy version of the
Oh,
person,
God.
and then
Ryan
basically
Seacrest. Fuck.
yeah, but basically it was a pretty good movie though.
It is a really good movie.
I'll check it out.
And not many people watched it. Just kind of
That was a good.
That
movie.
one with Tom Cruise was kind of like
It's crazy
that
he
too.
killed himself too.
With
Shit.
Penelope Cruz.
Oh, I don't know.
What's that?
Vanilla
Not
Skies?
Hitchcock, but what's his name?
Vanilla
The
Sky.
guy that, Vanilla Skies,
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut, that director. For
Oh, you're talking about Stanley Kubrick.
What was it? What you say?
Vanilla Skies.
Yeah, Vanilla
No, that was
Skies.
Cameron. That was Cameron. Whatever, the same guy who did that
Look it up.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High and that
No,
one movie
I
about
think-
the. Yeah, no,
I
I'm
think
telling
it
you,
was the
Cameron Crowe.
Oh, did you
No, no,
see the trailer for the new Dazed and Confused?
No.
Well, they're really doing that shit.
But it's like based off of like it's the '80s versions. But supposedly it's getting good reviews. Like it's actually a good
80s.
sequel.
I don't think anything in the 80s was.
And it looks
cool.
pretty like.
That was the
I
70s.
think 80s.
I know, but he's
interesting.
making it-
What
it's the
was
same guy,
fucking cool about
I
the
think.
80s?
Well, it was
He's
just a
making, like,
trip.
we
were
man.
born in
It
the
was
80s.
fucking
We're all
crazy. Fucking
80s
parachute
babies.
pants, neon colors.
Yeah, but he did
Reagan.
Vanilla Sky.
Ronald Reagan as president. Amazing.
It was crazy.
Fuck
Ronald
Reagan.
Reagan was the president.
Fuck
I know Reagan, fucking nutso Reagan.
Fucking
Alzheimer's while he was president? No.
fucking went to sleep at 7 o'clock. Ate at 5. Fucking.
You don't think
Really?
Obama and Bush
Wow.
did that too? Like,
Huh?
Those guys get wrapped, man. You watch them, they fucking age.
yeah,
like it's
Obama
crazy.
looked like.
Like their life essence is being
He
sucked out
Obama
of
doesn't
them.
even know how to use a debit card machine now. He's
Why?
been out of the loop
Oh,
for
really?
8 years.
What? Really? That's
That's
crazy.
made up.
No way.
And he's
Yeah, how can you be that cognitively fucked
Well,
up?
8
We're
years
just
is
like, I
eight
can't.
years is a really long time. Imagine it's kind of. I bet it's kind of like
I'm
being
pretty
in
sure he's
prison.
in-
Like
No,
being a
he just
president, it
gave
kinda
the
is,
card
like
to the lady who was buying something, and he was like, the lady was like, "No, Mr. President, you have to swipe your card." I was like, "Oh."
Oh, like
Oh, that's no big deal. Sometimes you do have to hand it over. Still, I have to hand it over sometimes. That's no big deal. They just like to hype shit up. Oh, fucking Obama.
But you know, he's a
retarded.
hardcore smoker though.
He still smokes?
He's smoking all the time. He's like a pack.
He's gonna.
habit.
Shit.
Well, having a fucking job like that, hell yeah, I fucking smoke cigarettes.
So it's your topic, kid.
That was
Okay, do you have time for a topic?
Yeah, it's your time.
Okay, do you guys want something serious or lighthearted? Or just-
Whatever you want to shout.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two. I went to the Holiday Bowl
I want to hear some
yesterday.
heartbreaking shit.
No, I went to the. Well,
talk about
I didn't go to
movies?
the actual game.
Let's talk about you moving.
No, we're not gonna talk about
No,
it.
just done to his topic.
So I went to the San Diego Holiday Bowl yesterday. I didn't go to the actual game. I was supposed to, but my friend and I ended up going, but our tickets fell through, and then we were gonna get tickets from.
Wait, what happened to your tickets that didn't fall through?
There was miscommunication. It's a
What
long.
do you mean?
It's a long story.
Let's hear it.
There was miscommunication about someone getting the tickets, and we were going to get them, but someone
Where you
else
get
got them before. It's a long. It's a boring
Like,
story.
you already
I don't want to
went
bore.
down
out
there?
there before you.
Yeah, I don't want to
You already
bore
went all the way
listeners.
down there?
Huh?
You already went
We
all the way-
live 2 minutes up the hill.
But you went down there with the intention of getting these tickets and they weren't there.
No, that we found out, but then we went to the tension with the intention of possibly getting tickets or getting tickets from scalpers.
So go down there. What happened?
So we go down there, it's
Scalping.
hopping. There's a ton of chicks. Most of them are USC fans, but there was something about, like, there was the girls from Wisconsin were really cute. They were really white, blonde hair, but they stood out. Like, you could tell they were from, like, the Midwest. You could, like, these chicks. So anyway, we're walking around, people are getting rowdy as fuck. And they're scalpers. I don't know about too much about how scalping works, but obviously you must be able to make some good money because there was a shit ton of scalpers. So
You have to pay like $15-20 more.
yeah, but another thing is they go buying tickets, selling tickets. Like they want to just buy your tickets and then flip them.
That's not what they're doing.
Wouldn't see Mike's the expert on it.
No, they legally can't say we're selling tickets.
Oh, so they damn.
They say the opposite,
Yeah.
and that's code for I'm selling tickets.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Because I was wondering when they're like buying, selling. That's interesting. Okay, so this is just a little story. I have a few stories from it, but so there was two black gentlemen. Well, it's interesting. There was why? Like it seems like there was like I want to say it was majority black scalpers, but
you could have bought a ticket at the ticket.
no, I think it was
shop.
sold out. No, it was sold out. They were over like. Long story short, so we decided no, let's just go, but let's lurk around the parking lot because it was hopping.
It would have been like what $100 to go.
Yeah, something like that.
Like well, that's not a lot.
But we were gonna get free tickets.
The
So.
NFL games like that much.
Yeah.
So
So anyway, I was peeking, like, I saw the scalpers because we were walking back and forth. So there was these two black scalpers, like, you know, they were like younger than us, like in our early 20s. And then there's so many scalpers around, but then there was this lady who also happened to be black who worked there, like this fat black woman in security guard, and she pointed at the dudes, and then the cops, like 4 or 5 cops came around these two dudes and started like interrogating them like crazy. And then they're just like, well, we're just standing here, like what are we doing? And then basically they got out of it, but it was like crazy to see this like racial dynamics of the two black guys turn to the black lady, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, lady, way to support us," and they were like saying like basically like you fucked us over because, and she called it.
No. Here's what the real truth is, dog. I'm gonna lay it down.
Reverse racism.
No, I'm just saying.
Not even reverse racism here. Is they didn't pay her off to keep her quiet.
No, it wasn't even that. She was way in the distance, and the cops were. The cops were like, you didn't see who said that, and then they were like, that chick over there. It's just other, and it was just weird to see that racial dynamic, and they like look at her like, what a black woman rat, and they were like, go suck a dick, and like they were taunting her. Like they left, they didn't get arrested, but they were just like, oh, thanks sister, and then she was like going like, oh, thanks brother, it was just like this intense thing. So I just want to know what you guys think of these type of
I'm telling you what just happened.
What?
She didn't. Look. You gotta pay people off.
But they didn't know.
If you want to be that close to
yeah. So that was just more of a story, but I don't know if you have anything you want to add to it.
That's what it was.
So the question is, how do I feel about
just like
the same race,
scalping and just yeah, like.
Well, she's doing her job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But do you think she was being just like, I don't know?
They're being ghetto by not paying her off.
Yeah.
It was just an interesting thing to see, like the rage that those guys had.
Or she would call the cops.
You know, actually, she was just doing her job, but it was an intense situation. Like I thought they were gonna fucking assault her.
So answer this: a white security lady.
If they tried to pay her off,
they would have said something more. Something, but the fact that it was a black woman narking on them, essentially, they got like so pissed, and you could see it in their faces.
So, anyways, what I'm trying to say though is that you're saying that you got freaked you out because
I wasn't freaked out, scared, but it was just interesting to watch the racial dynamics, like how they were like, "Wait, someone narked on me," and they were like, "What? A black woman narked on me?" And they were just like, thanks sister, and they're like, go suck a dick, and they were like taunting her, and then she was like taunting them back, like, oh brother, yeah brother, like it was just like a weird
what were
thing.
You doing? You were walking, or
I was just right there. It happened right in front of me. I saw her going like those guys, and then the cops swarmed them, and the dudes were just like, what? Why? Because we're black or we're wearing dark clothes?
They're basically
it was just an observational thing.
It's not like how the media just promotes there's a bunch of racism.
Why didn't you put
there's basically.
Yeah, I was right there when the cops were and I thought they were going to get like arrested because they were getting way up in them, and they were just like, no, we're just here. And then they said like scram, and then they like scram off, and they're just taunting the lady, and they're like, go suck a dick, fuck you. And it was just like, it was just an intense thing because everyone else is just around getting buzzed and drunk, and it's like, whoa, that was some crazy racial tension that I just saw. So it's just,
but it was the scalping dynamic of like, you know, with the security guard at the game or at the stadium, you gotta, you know, if you're in their area, and they'll rat on you, but
the weird thing is that there was like so many scalpers, so it's just like a very arbitrary thing to pick them out, like, because you could catch them easily.
So you think it's racism then?
No, I don't think, I'm not commenting I'm just saying it was just...
There's multiple dynamics.
There were so many dynamics, and it was just like...
It's sexism. Could have been
everything.
Yeah, it's a part of his sexism. He's like, go suck a dick.
Like how, like, yeah. Well,
but I'm just saying for those two guys, and I'm not saying this is a good thing, but people are like tribal, and they're just like, what? I'm not saying I agree with this, but they're just like, how could you? You're part of my race. How could you? You know, well, how do you say? She was just doing her job.
Doing her freaking job. So those people are just they don't understand how the world works.
Yeah. No, I agree, but it's just I'm just saying it was an interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, so what do you have your opinion then? Mike, anything?
I think I voiced enough opinion on this.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's
but as Mish says, there's multiple dynamics.
The scouting dynamic fact that you're in the area of a security guard, you gotta you're doing something illegal, so you gotta pay off your security guard, or you'll get.
Well,
Like, if you guys were there, you'd been like, oh shit,
But-
it was a
but-
very,
but-
like, crazy
No,
situation.
absolutely, yeah.
I've worked at
It's
both
definitely-
these venues, K-Dog,
Yeah.
and that's just the culture of the place down there. So.
The scalping culture.
No, everything. The cops don't want to arrest anybody.
Yeah.
Like, they're just there to, like, so no, like, fights, but that's it. It's like a crazy place, man. There's, like, a lot of drunkest place whenever.
But what is, so you get ticketed for scalping?
It's the
Like,
only legal place where you're allowed to drink outside and not pay money. You can go to the parking lot and drink.
oh
there.
yeah, that's true.
It's the only
Yeah, you
open
don't
bar
even
in
have to
San
go to the
Diego.
game. Like, you
Wow.
can,
Yeah.
Only open part. You can drink and it's okay. You can go there and drink
So-
openly.
Even when there's no
you want to end it
games.
with a
Oh, we have to end
games.
this up.
Yeah, we're
so
almost
I'll do the last topic. But Misha, you gonna be here for the next segment we're gonna do? Are you about to leave soon?
No, I'm here. I don't have to go.
You'll be here to.
I'll probably be here till midnight.
Okay,
Oh,
so
sweet.
you'll be. So then I won't answer. I'll save it then. Let me ask a different thing then. All right. So I don't know if you guys are into trends, trendy topics and things. But okay, but so my big thing, I'll just bring it up really quick. I'm pretty sure I haven't brought this up, but about the beard trend. Beards.
Yeah, I
So,
shaved my
Man's beard.
So the thing is, the new trend is people grow out beards, but they don't grow their hair out with it, right?
Yeah.
And so for me,
No. Like, well, I've noticed the trend is like a lot of bald dudes, like have big beards and bald head. That's like a big
well,
trend.
it's a beard. It's a beard
Have you
trend,
noticed
that's
that?
the thing.
It's either man bun. If you have the hair, you do the man bun. If you don't, you do the bald head and the
Well,
big beard.
anyways, but my thing about those that so when I kept seeing it, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Why are people not growing out their hair but growing out
Are you
their
talking about
beard?
shaving it bald or
I'm just saying the
short
trend,
hair?
man. The trend of people growing their facial hair out.
Yeah.
That's the trend, right?
Yeah.
But it weirded me out when I was seeing it all the time about like why aren't they growing their hair out with the beard? Like I didn't really understand the trend. And then so one day I was on the computer and then I was looking it up because it reminded me of something of like some satanic thing I watched. And then I looked up the Baphomet goat. And basically, if you look that up, it's basically this goat. It's a goat but with a big beard but short hair. And basically,
So you're
it's
saying they're all
it's like the
brainwashed?
devil. Well, the new trend is basically promoting like a part of Satanism, and I don't think anyone realized that because no one really looks.
But
up
you
that
think it's
stuff.
symbolic? Like everyone's walking around like we're all Satans? Like
Yeah.
Well, they don't know. They're
It's not really what they're-
subconsciously
It's like
showing it because everything's energy. So you think about your beard's energy.
So what? I
Short
just
hair's
shaved.
energy.
So
Yeah,
what
but-
does this
oh.
mean? Like when you
Dude,
Show- keep
when
us
you,
a
when
picture
you
up in
read
your
the
phone
Bible,
just
when
so
you
you can
read,
see it.
what was
It's
what
not
was
in the
it?
Bible. It's in satanic culture.
Well, it's satanic culture, but even just in the Bible, was it Revelations? It's just the most vague, fucked up shit to like throw at people. Like that's like the most. They'll be speaking of wars and what else do they fucking say? Just like the most vague.
All right, but that's not time. I'm talking.
well, yeah, satanic.
I'm talking about the
Yes,
trend, man.
satanic.
How the
Well,
trend, like what? Okay, so what's your view on the trend?
Well,
Because you know
I
about
guess
the
my
trend.
point is.
Have
is
you ever
that,
thought about
my
that?
point is that there's all sorts of superstitious or
You talking about
super,
that?
or
But look at the Baphomet goat.
spiritual
But yours is what you're talking
things
about.
that you can find in everything.
What is it? What is
You
it
can find
called?
that you can probably find
Baphomet?
an example
Baphomet.
of Satan
Would it
or
be?
some example of Satan in almost anything.
Yeah, man, but I'm saying though, it's just a really weird time for this trend to come out where people get to grow beards and their hair's short and it's very cool and stuff, but it's very when you look it up, it's just too for me. It's just too weird of energy. So I don't
But
know.
you're saying if
beards
more
and
people
short
were
hair.
shaved, it would show what though? If
No, if they weren't shaved, my thing is like they should be growing out their hair.
but what if you
with
can't
your
grow out your
beard.
hair like me?
That's a different story. But I'm saying people keep their hair short and just have this big ass beard. Well, let me look up the picture to show it to you. But how do you feel about it, Mike?
I'm digging the beard thing right now because
I do like the beard.
I don't like shaving,
Me neither.
and it sets you apart from a woman, which is more manly than every guy that shaves.
Yeah.
What do you feel? You know, it's funny. Like I have friends, and actually, I've heard dudes. This is what we're turning into as a culture. How big this beard thing is. I've heard dudes like complain that they just can't grow beards.
I think
you know, like people
if
can't.
a woman
Like I've seen
Can't
dudes
have
and they're just like,
long
oh, I
hair.
can't, and they just get like a little fuzz, and they're just like so frustrated.
Oh wait,
like why be like who cares?
I got confused about what you.
No, I'm saying like
That's
there's
true, I know.
there's dudes that are like grown men who can't grow beards.
Oh, that's cool. Whatever. Just
Like they
grow-
just can't
just
do
grow
it.
out what you can.
No,
But they get frustrated, they're like, oh,
grow out.
And
These
I notice you go out,
patches
you
on
go
his
out, and there's
face.
always people like cool beard. Yeah, I don't see. Let me show
I'm gonna
him.
get you a better picture though. But go on, keep going.
I don't see
Well,
anyone
here's-
out there looking
Here's
like
what
that.
I think is do you think employers should allow you to grow a beard if you want?
It's because people say, oh, you got to be more formal, but it's
Isn't
like,
that discrimination in some way?
well, people don't. Some
Sure.
some religions grow
It's a
beard.
genetic. It's a genetic.
That's like totally
thing to have.
discriminating. It's like not hurting a woman because she doesn't have big breasts or something. You know, it's the same thing.
I mean, this is a
Well,
gist
it all
if you can
depends on
see
the
it.
woman.
Yeah.
Okay, show them. I don't see anyone. Show me in that picture. I don't see anyone.
Well, it's not
out in
the
public
best
that looks
picture.
like that. Do you?
But I'm saying when you're growing out your beard,
That's
keeping your hair short, that's what it looks like. You're looking like the fucking devil goat.
Wow, that's
not the
weird
best picture.
little tattoo thing.
But I'll find a better picture.
Well, no, but the picture, like, I mean, it's still just.
There you go, like that. That's what it fucking is.
big
You
old
let me
horns.
show you what the trendy people look like. I'll show you what a
They
trendy
have
guy
the-
looks like.
They have the little.
They don't have the
They
horns.
have the man bun or whatever the fuck they call it.
Guys, saying the bald head beard look. You see that everywhere for guys who can't grow
Yeah.
hair, and then the man bun shit's got to stop. Like it's
What's
everywhere.
The man bun?
The man bun's like the bun where the guys with long hair they put the bun, and then the bald dudes do the hair, bald hair.
Oh, that's hippie guys with the bun.
No, they're it's just like the
They're
not
hipsters,
necessarily.
man. The
Yeah, it's
fucking
hipster.
bun, the hipster man bun.
What's that different than having dreadlocks or something?
I know it's the same fucking shit. Exactly.
That's being discriminating, man. You know, I don't like what your tone, K-Dog.
No, I don't. You know,
You know, these
to each
people-
their own.
These people could be good people, or not.
No, I'm just saying you go everywhere. You go. You're just gonna see.
But I'm saying, like, on an energy
You're really
level,
judging somebody
subconscious
on there.
mind, you're growing out your beard, and you think it's all cool, you're keeping your hair short, and you're transferring energy, that whole look.
Yeah.
And you,
Yeah.
Well,
it's all about looks.
I think
Look
you're
at-
gonna choose to interpret it however.
Look at the
however
girls
you
now.
want.
You know what I don't like? Let's bring this
But I
up.
think I really enjoyed the self expression of the aesthetic,
What do you think?
creation, whatever what anybody.
What do you
wants to
think,
create.
guys, of chicks?
Burning Man was awesome. People
Like
were
that?
like full fledged creative.
That's some shit.
There's a lot of weirdos and crazy shit.
Is there, like-
well, not
is there
weirdos,
any
but it
fighting
was all
going
cool.
on?
But
Is there any fighting going on at Burning Man?
no, I didn't see any fighting.
Misha, do you go to Burning Man every year?
No, I went 2004 and 2005.
I heard people saying it's getting all like corporate now or something.
Yeah,
You hear
it
about
is.
that?
It's
Like
horrible.
all these
Oh.
big IT companies are like just reserving lots and
Really?
Yeah, it's like Coachella.
and they're bringing like crazy like luxury tents in and shit.
They're not. You don't have to pay for anything though. They're still keeping the whole.
No,
it's like a
barter
heavy
system.
metal
Yeah.
band.
what
Oh,
the
really?
fuck is
Make
that?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm just saying, man.
I know. When I went, it was all bartering. People were shunning money. Like people would shun money.
All right.
I didn't know they do Burning Mans throughout the world though. Did you know
Perfect
that?
Oh
example.
yeah, there's
Look at that.
there's tons of festivals all over. The
Look at that. Perfect
Lamb
example.
Because didn't the
What the
devil
fuck?
kill the
Come
lamb?
on.
What was the whole thing with the lamb and the devil?
Well, tell me. Like, I'm talking about
What
this
is
trend
that?
and
Well,
the correlation with goats, and yet this guy's fucking.
But what are you
taking-
Well,
saying
this-
though?
this-
You're saying like
this
some.
writing and this whatever this is. You believe in this? I don't believe in it.
I didn't see the correlation because I was looking up that.
But
shit.
how do you think? What force do you think's at play?
It's
Like
Satan.
You,
Why
so you
else
believe
would-
in Satan? I don't believe in Satan.
You don't believe there's evil energy out there?
There's different. There's
Oh, it's just all good. Just we.
No,
we
I
believe
believe
those.
it. No, okay, there's no evil energy. I think what it is. No.
Everything's
What I think it is
tracking
we're
us.
just evolved monkey ape things and fucking animals do some real fucked up shit. I don't think that's the devil.
Well, we live
you know.
in a dichotomy. Like we live in the existence of dichotomy. So there's always going to be the
But
the
just yet,
opposing
the
forces
most
and
shitty
everything.
situations what we
But
live
I
in.
think,
What the fuck is that?
like, well, if you want to indulge and believe in that and that be your focus, then that's going to
How
be.
can you
you're
not?
gonna treat
How
that-
can you
you're
not?
gonna
This is
create
not.
your
This is
reality
not
that
the
way.
best of the world.
Yeah,
this
but
can be.
you know that the reality is that there are people on this planet who live their entire lives without having any ailments or harsh things happen to them. Like people
What
live
are you
their,
saying?
live
There's
their
people that
lives.
live like that?
So there's a huge spectrum of possibility to live your life, and so I think one big piece of it is what you're going to focus on, what you're going to choose
Okay,
to
but
focus on.
you do
in your
realize
life.
you don't rule this city or this state or this country, right? You personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do not do it.
Yeah,
But there's something out there that's doing it. That rules your whole life, made this whole thing
that
go on.
rules my whole life.
Yeah.
But you were just saying, you're just contradicting yourself earlier in this setting. You're saying
go ahead.
you
What
can
you
get
do.
up and leave and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want. You have full freedom. You said that.
That still doesn't mean Satan's not running the world.
No, it's not ruling the world. Who says about ruling the world? I
That's
haven't
what I'm
said
saying.
about
That's my whole
ruling the world. All I'm
argument
saying
here.
is that your daily experience, like what you're gonna fill your consciousness, like what are your daily thoughts gonna be, and you're gonna choose.
Look, man, if we lived in like a Buddhist type of world, then that's what we'd believe. But it's so
No,
bad that you can't
no,
believe it. It's not
I'm
real.
I'm fully aware of the atrocities that are occurring in this world, dude. I've read Children of War. I didn't even finish that book because it was such a horrific. Like that's the epitome of like the end of the spectrum
Fergie.
where people are just like
seen
horrific.
her.
Like it's the most horrible
almost make
fucking
up
thing in the
She
world.
looks really beautiful.
So there's you can choose to focus and live and experience like that reality. Like if you like living in Africa, like that's a whole other reality. You could never do something like this in a lot of those
What the
places.
fuck
Like
you
South
talking about?
Africa,
Africa
there's
you
places
can.
you could do. There's a lot of places you can. But those people that are living that constant civil war in their countries, you can't do that.
Okay,
there.
man.
So
but
living
I'm
that
still
reality,
saying
but
that
here living here,
evilness, if it's not whatever,
it
say it's not the
occurs,
devil.
yes.
Say evilness is controlling majority of the shit that's going on in this world.
Yes. Oh, no.
Y'all, this
But
is
where is
No,
that
no,
evil?
no.
Where does it exist, though?
Hey,
If-
hey, Fauna, look at
how
all the
could you
Illuminati
believe
in
that,
this
dude?
thing.
So what? I don't care. I'm trying to talk about what we're talking about. No, but what do you mean? Where's evilness exist?
Okay, you said there's these evil force. Where is it coming from? What is it?
It's in a
Is it down? Is it underground? Is it underground?
We live in a
Yeah, it's
dichotomy.
probably
It's
underground.
it's
It's probably all
it's
around
in the
us right now.
fabric of reality that
Yeah.
we live in a dichotomy. Like nobody can refute the fact that we live in a dichotomy because without contrast we couldn't see. Like just the fact that there's darkness and that there's light, there's contrast. That's a piece. That's just like one example of the dichotomy that we live in. And there's a whole spectrum. Just like there's this whole spectrum of light, we have a whole spectrum of existence, of like what you're gonna focus on, what you're gonna experience, how you're gonna lead your life, and then also all the influence of everybody else that's living with you or that you're in close proximity to.
Mhm.
I think is going to affect your experience in living. Because
Alright, but okay, if I ask it, the last question I'm going to ask before it closes. Okay, so what rules the world? What answer?
Money.
What rules the world?
Yeah, what rules the world?
Consciousness.
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 Okay, go ahead.
Are you
What
saying
rules the world?
couldn't have many answers, though?
You only get one. It's a fucking
Just
question.
one
answer.
one word answer.
If you're going to have to
One word
answer,
answer.
one word. What is it?
One word answer.
Go ahead. Come on. We're wasting time.
What rules the world?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to say externally, money.
Money.
Rules
All right,
the world
Mike.
from the external.
Mike, what's your answer? What rules the world?
Babylon.
Babylon.
Babylon rule.
What about yourself?
What-
What rules
what?
the world?
It's called negative energy.
It's ruling as opposed to positive energy?
Yes.
But you don't think there's positive... You think
Dude,
there's more
dude,
negative
the
than positive
government paid to
energy?
fix my teeth. Like I got to
What's
get
that?
my teeth
No, you
fixed
didn't.
for
You
free.
paid for
I didn't
that.
pay for that.
In your
What are you trying to
taxes.
tell me right now?
My taxes.
When you
The
buy
government
shit-
paid
What are you
me.
trying to tell me?
Paid to
Now
fix
we're
my
opening
teeth.
a whole
I didn't
other
pay
can of
anything.
worms.
No, you
I
did.
got Medi-Cal.
You paid in taxes.
All right,
paying tax,
but then
like to the
let me
state, to
answer
the-
this
Self
question
tax.
since I
I'm
have
sure.
been
I'm
looking
sure I
up.
paid for it. In
Since
some
I've been
way.
have to look up
I'm sure. I
teeth
did.
stuff,
No, you did.
right? Here's the thing. Okay, they paid for it,
Yeah.
but is it the healthiest feeling that you got?
No, I'm sure.
No,
having
you
a
basically
different
got a
taste.
feeling that they decided was the best for you.
Well, it wasn't a metal filling. It was.
Don't
a
matter. All the
plastic
other
filling.
shit's all crap.
Plastic. Well,
And you want to know the weirdest thing?
thing?
Because I've been calling around about fillings. You want to know what the worst thing is? They don't really want to use the right fillings. They have really healthy fillings. They just basically don't last that long. So you'd have to come back in and get your
Or keep
teeth
getting them
filled
redone.
again and
Yeah.
fixed again. But they don't want to do that because they want to make themselves look good as
Well, where does
dentists.
that go? Where does
Yeah.
that
Not
go?
about you.
Where's that stuff run off? With the stuff that the filling, where's that go?
It goes in your body.
But it's not
Yeah, I
harmful.
know. They,
What do you
I got
think
like
the
a
shit
polymer,
the crap that they
polymer
put in you
teeth
right
or
now?
something.
When that shit breaks, who do you think it goes inside of you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure it breaks up.
So-
Yeah, I got the old school
Yeah, you got
silver
mercury.
filling.
You got mercury.
Yeah, like from the just.
You got mercury poisoning all day. I should show you this video.
Well, okay, how many
Yeah,
teeth
Yeah,
do you
that's
have,
crazy
me?
shit.
How many teeth do
I
you
gotta
have?
go,
Oh,
man. You got
7.
Huh?
7.
you gotta close it out,
Seven
Mike.
removed?
Mike,
No, not removed.
Filled.
Filled.
How many do you have removed?
No.
Mike, you have to close
I
it
have one
out.
removed, like 6.
This
filled.
is the hour with the wolf pack.
No, it's an hour with the wolf pack.
This is an hour with the wolf pack.
An hour.
An hour.
maximum overdrive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maximum overdrive. And this is what?
Wait, hold on. What do you want me to say again?
I want you to close it out.
Which is with what?
This is an hour with the Wolfpack maximum overdrive.
There you go.
This is the hour with the wolf pack maximum overdrive with your host Michael.
No, you just fucked it up.
December 31st.
Anyways, Mike's out.
He
K-Dog.
just finished it. He's
K-Dog's out. Are you out, Mish?
I'm not out.
Fano's out.
I'm going.
And then that's it.